Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome, one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Tales Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Season of Ghosts, is it spooky? I don't know, I feel like we're not really in a horror particularly. It's a little spooky, tiny bit of spooky, but our Asian-inspired Tianese adventure featuring these wonderful and amazing Patreons who support the channel, keep the lights on, and allow me to do all these cool, crazy, and amazing things. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello.
Hello.
It is good to see you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And if you're not, then I hope it gets better expediently, because that is my power. I have that ability to improve people's day. Behold.
Can you move Ritsu's thing to the front? It's behind his name and face.
Oh,
Oh, yes, I can see it. Hold on one second. I also need to move Izamu and flip him. Yeah. There we go. Then we go to Neil. Okay, where is... Oh, there they are. That's why. Okay. Boom. Aha.
hey.
There we go. Nice. And look, I also did this now. So we can go, boop, bear.
Ah, sweet.
I like it.
There we go.
Arr.
Okay. So yeah, welcome in. We're in the midst of our TNE's adventure. We are doing some cool stuff. But before we kick off onto that, we have some people to thank. We have, of course, our lovely and amazing sponsors who keep the lights on and allow us to do all the fun, cool stuff. We have Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see on screen here. Fantasy Grounds for our VTT behind me, and of course, our lovely folks over at Sirenscape who allow us to immerse in a world of amazing sounds and musical scores for our adventures. Now, as always, the way that a role-playing game works is we have a story that is being told by the titular game master, and of course, the vehicle to take our story through its to its inevitable conclusion is our players with their colorful cast of characters for the adventure. So to tell you about them, I'm going to turn it over to my players, starting with Neil from Immersion Diversion to tell you about Ritsu.
All right. Hello, everybody. Ritsu is a samurai from Minkai. Came here to Willow Shore with oh my gosh, Taro and Zuzu, who have left to go get some reinforcements. But Ritsu came here because he had injured a leg in a battle previous. And now has since then injured another leg, so he's kind of got some bad luck with his legs going on. But has also been cursed by a angry bear spirit and has no idea how to go about, like trying to deal with this curse if he possibly can. He needs to talk to someone about that. But he is kind of with the group and helping them and helping the town try and fix this whole situation with the yokai and to go find Ugly Cute as well.
Well done.
Yeah.
Next up, we have playing the role of Izamu is our dear friend Lucas, aka Mr. Game and Art.
Hello. Yes, I play Isamu. He's a guy. He's a native of the town. He's born and raised here. He's a lumberjack. So he's a monk mechanically, but he's a practical monk. All of his stuff is based on skills that he would have gotten through his everyday life, essentially. So he's not your monastery studied type of monk. He's just a guy that has had had a tough go of things. The lumberyard has taken his father and crippled his grandfather, and so he has developed a bit of a chip on his shoulder and a little bit of a drinking problem. So that's him in a nutshell.
All right, very, very cool. And of course, following suit, we have Keiko, the Tengu witch, who is played by our dear friend Calindria.
Hello, that is I. Yes, she, before all this, mostly kept to the woods. She would heal those who would come by her home, learned the trade from her parents. and then, met a very friendly kitsune and a very friendly tanuki who are no longer with us, unfortunately. Not they're alive, they're alive. And now she's somehow with this odd band of people and trying to keep everybody mostly alive.
We keep everyone alive, mostly. All right, fantastic. Thank you, Callie. Next up, we have playing the role of the elven samurai Wei Tao, the wonderful and amazing Marcus, aka Korshift.
Yes, hello. I am Marcus. I am playing, like Dag said, the Elven Wei Tao. He is by far the oldest person in the village, having been imprisoned for 75 years for being a little too bloodthirsty in his job as an executioner. Killed a few too many people a little too aggressively. Almost zealot like. Uh, and he was released upon the suggestion of Granny Who. And, and he is being given a chance to help save the village. Although there's been a lot of headbutting with a couple members of the party so far.
All right. Cool. And last but certainly not least, playing the role of Shenzu the Omyoji is our dear friend Adam.
Good evening. So Shinzu, I was on a pilgrimage to honor one of my ancestors from Willow Shore. When I stumbled into a mist of fog, was chased by some giant spiders, some boars, chewed up by some fish, and then rescued from a pond. And have since been becoming one with the party, getting to know people. I'm a champion of Pharasma, and as such, try to find redemption in everyone and help the spirits or the encounters we're having. Try and help them find their proper place in the.
Hello. Sorry, we have experienced some technical difficulties. Pardonnez-moi. There we go. We are just kicking everything back into gear. There we go. Boop. The characters are loading. Huzzah!
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, no, my whole computer just crashed. So fun times.
Amazing. Anything else want to happen?
I don't know, maybe. Sorry, you were interrupted. Shenzu, if you could give us a go at your intro again.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So, Shinzu, I was pilgrimaging into the area of Willow Shore when to pay honor to a ancestor of mine. When I stumbled through the fog and found myself in the current predicament of Willow Shore, as well as got chased by some spiders, some boars, and chewed on by some fish before I got rescued by the party, and since then have joined their cause to find balance in this place and relieve some of the unrest. As a champion of Pharasma, my goal is to kind of bring that balance back to the cycle, as well as really just reaffirm and find redemption is one of the driving causes for my character. So as I work through that with various characters, we'll see where that goes. There's more to Shinzu than meets the eye still, and we'll find out more as we continue on.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, but these are, of course, our players for today. But, of course, we have one last person to thank before we kick off into today's game, and that is our lovely audience members. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the show and helping us along the way. Having you guys here and participating makes a huge difference to our campaign. Each and every time we get to sit down and play games with you, it just becomes even better, and we want you to be a part of the session while we play. First of all, just by watching the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time in order to influence the game. These are things like wandering bosses, wandering monsters, divine intervention, divine healing, insight bonuses, all these cool things. If you want to use them for any of our games, you can help out our players. But if you want to have a little bit more of a hand on the wheel, we have a number of donations that you can use in order to influence the game while we play. First of all, for $5, we have Hero Points and Jinx Points. Hero Points are these red marks you can see on screen here. Jinx Points are these little purple ones. Hero Points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx Points can be used to counteract Hero Points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from either my deck of plot twists, which are a bunch of narrative plot twists that allow me to improv elements of stories into the game, or a roll from our role play book. Now, the roll and play book has just a ton of different tables that just inspire stories and have random encounters. Our Monday game almost entirely had their game derailed by one of these. I say derailed. It actually created its own unique story, which I think was super cool. We just kind of go with that. So we did get both a roll and play donation and a plot twist. So let's do one of these real quick. So I'm just gonna give our narrative plot twist a go. What do we have? We have Covert Operation. Operation for that one. That's an interesting one. So we'll see what we can do with that. And as for the table, we'll come to that a little bit later on in the show. So there's that. $20 is, of course, the golden natural 20, because sometimes shit just needs to work, and a nat 20 is how we do it. $50 is either a boss buff, where we increase the difficulty of a challenge, making it exponentially harder, or it is like a change in the parameters of victory. This could be perhaps the sudden arrival of an unfortunately dangerous element to the battle, or perhaps someone is suddenly dealing with a bus full of nuns. Whatever the case is, it is just a sudden and very, very potential increase in the difficulty of the encounter. There's that. Then we have our Harrow draw, which is, of course, another $50 donation, which is a fortune-telling draw from the infamous Varisian deck. Basically, it'll predict a fortune for our heroes. If they follow the fortune or directly oppose that fortune, they will receive a magic item, a secret fighting art, a magic item, and a boon from the creature within. So there's that as well. All right, and then we have our secret menu item. The secret menu item is a $100 donation, which goes a massive way towards supporting the channel, and often comes with a very potent reward, which we will have for today. The potent reward for today is going to be... our heroes are currently dealing with the fallout of the things within the Kitsune Temple, the restless souls of those who were beheaded by the Headless Horseman, and a samurai who has a family hatred of Wei Tao from long, long ago. Our heroes have been dealing with a whole bunch of this of this kind of esoteric, kind of spoopy stuff. So I think they're long overdue for a positive, very, very fun sort of encounter. So I've got an encounter in mind that takes place in the hot springs, as our heroes will have what is the effective equivalent of a beach episode. It's the hot spring episode. So yes, the $100 secret menu item will be the hot spring episode, where we will have our heroes at the hot springs dealing with stuff that's a little bit more, more fun, a little less spooky and deathy. And they will be rewarded greatly for their efforts for their future adventures. So yeah, there you go. Hot spring episode done. Okie dokie. I think that's it. So without any further ado, oh no, there we go. All right, without any further ado, let us begin. Let me just pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still loading.
No, everyone is. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just rebuilding all of this stuff because it decided to cancel all that stuff. So yay. There we go. Okay, so when last we left our heroes, let's get some good music here.
You might need to reshare your audio for us.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
Share audio. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, when last we left our adventure, our heroes, doing their best in order to try and maintain order around the town of Willowshore, went to the Kitsune Temple. Shenzu, who had learned that a number of townsfolk, including the former priest of Pharasma who lived here, were all beheaded by a strange headless samurai, had been left unattended. Well, that really didn't sit well with Shenzu, and so in order to try and help these people pass on into the next life, Shenzu went back to the temple in order to try and put their souls to rest. But upon arriving, instead, found a samurai, one who had a long history with Wei Tao. Their grandfather had served at the same time and had discovered we're kind of like a bit more brutal and a little more thuggish than Wei Tao was, and due to a variety of different circumstances, Wei Tao executed this samurai's grandfather. Hearing that Wei Tao had been released, this samurai had no intention of allowing Wei Tao to defile his father's honor and reputation, or to besmirch him by saying that he was the headless samurai from the earlier attack. Despite the protesting, it was decided that in order to put to rest the souls at the Kitsune Temple and avoid a fight with this samurai, the group would travel to a nearby lake, where, in a callous act of defiance, after the execution, Wei Tao had tossed the severed head of his grandfather into a nearby lake. Retrieving the head and reuniting it with the temple should put the spirit to rest. And so our heroes set out in order to do this. No sooner than they arrived at the lake, they were attacked by the restless severed head and kabuto of the fallen samurai. But quickly outmatching it and defeating it, it was within our heroes' grasp as they managed to take hold of the head and prepared to return. But unfortunately, something violent, something bloodthirsty overcame Wei Tao, who took the severed head in hand, threw it to the ground, and crushed it beneath his foot. And it is here our adventure continues. Alright. A tense scene unfolds on the lakeside, on the lakeside. Wei Tao, you slowly begin to regain your senses. You slowly begin to realize you're standing in/on something very important. The group is looking at you in a mix of confusion and shock, maybe, but yeah, this is the scene we open up with.
What have you done?
Made our jobs a whole lot harder. Oh, Tao.
He's gonna give them a puzzled look.
I just point down at the head. That is now under your foot.
Oh. Now how'd that get there?
Why didn't you tell us? You ripped it out of our hand.
Wei Tao just kind of shrugs. It's not like the boy will know any different. He doesn't know
I
what the
kinda-
state the head was in when I got here the last time.
Ritsu will almost like turn and walk and pace, kind of like rubbing his temple. Like, oh no, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
It's also been several decades. Who knows what could have happened since then?
We can try and overcome this, but unfortunately, the soul will not find rest. I feel we must ask that when we return to the Temple Way Tao, that it might be best if you aren't present. That might only further our issues. But I see you're still wounded. What can we do to help ease your wounds?
Wei Tao, not really noticing his injuries until they were pointed out. Oh, yes, I suppose it should be smart to find someone who can actually deal with these wounds.
Perhaps we can find Keiko and Isamu as we journey back towards the temple. Tell me, when you were injured, you seemed to have a change in presence. I noticed you did not seem your full self. What do you know of what just happened?
That is a good question. What does Wei Tao know of the entity?
Nothing. As far as you are
No?
aware, there is no such entity in possession of your body or your faculties.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. All I can tell you is when in combat, I get hurt and then things are dead.
It's something to watch. I know. Like I said, I sensed a shift in you, almost as if there was another in your place.
Well, let me ask you this then. Did this presence you sensed feel threatening towards you as my... He hesitates for a moment. Allies?
I don't feel it was directed at us as much as the offending actor, the who we were battling. But I am concerned for if this should take over you and not let you return to the surface. Just something to be mindful as you're in combat. it could progress, in my opinion.
Then I have a very simple demand. Should whatever you claim possesses me pose a threat, you kill me on the spot. Do not try to save me. You kill me. It is the honorable way to go. If I lose control of my mental faculties, and I have explained this to Keiko as well, right before we met you, that should something take over me, I would rather die.
I will think on this and find the best path forward for myself. But I will have to consider your statement. Ritsu, that may fall more to you, but
I've
do you have
never,
any insight?
I've never just flat out executed someone before. If that ever to happen, I don't think I could do it, but I will try.
Okay, well, it is something to take note of as we continue just to watch. Perhaps we will find another way to help you. So, shall we take this? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, really quick question for the DM: would bedrolls have stuff like sheets and stuff in them as well, or is it more just like a sleeping bag?
Do you
I'm thinking
want,
of.
do you want to end?
I'm looking for some kind of cloth to put the shards of the skull in, so at least if we do have to bring him something, we could still bring him
Sure.
a.
You
full-
managed to, among your belongings, find enough fabric to be able to wrap up the pieces that scatter on the ground here.
Okay.
Keiko and Izumu, what are you guys doing?
We are relaxing, living the dream. No, kidding. May I have the map
What map?
of Willow Shore?
Very well. You mean the hinterlands? Because you're not in Willow Shore at the moment.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Okay. There we go. Alright, there you are.
And where are these lovely people?
Over here.
Okay, by the lake. Okay. Where did we split from them?
Split from who?
The group.
You haven't. You're there, right?
Oh.
Oh, they
See,
made
'cause
it sound like we
because we
weren't.
weren't here before, that we
Yeah,
had
Shins-
gone off somewhere
Yeah,
else.
sorry, I
said
was-
that we were gonna go look for Keiko
Yeah,
and
that-
Izumu, but if they were with us the whole time, then
I mean,
that's
was
fine.
there a reason you wouldn't
Yeah.
have brought them along with you? I kind of had them with you guys.
Oh,
I
no, I
don't
just was.
remember
I was trying to
seeing
give a
you
reason
there.
for them not to be in the interaction, but
Oh, I thought you were just being a dick. No. No,
I mean,
there's
both
again.
ways will still be
No, again, there's the. I mean, there is no reason for them not to go because it's like 4 hours out, and
Well, I could say, if it's
yeah.
okay with you, she's still trying to fill her satchel, her Zuzu satchel. So
Yeah.
maybe we went in
Well,
the area to look for herbs.
Sure. I'd say that
Plant life,
I'd
whatever.
say that's okay. So yes, that absolutely not a problem, 100%. But you would have definitely gone for the hunting of the head and stuff like that. Even if you
Yeah,
didn't,
that's
even,
true, yeah.
There's no, and then keeping in mind, like even if your characters were there backing everyone up, it's not something that necessarily needs to I mean, when players aren't around, I don't kind of like do the oh yes, we're gonna exclude you stuff, because again, it could potentially mean you're out
Okay,
for like
gotcha.
a whole chunk of time. but no, Izumu and Keiko for last session were in the company of the group. Yes, remembering that you guys were also looking for the groves. You remember the groves of peach trees and stuff like that for the thing of the town. Izumu and Keiko, I would say that you went as well in order to help look for those groves as well.
Those were in that area down here at the point, if I remember right.
Yeah, correct. They are in that area as well.
There.
So yeah, you would have been there, and this is just part of what you guys were doing as you were gathering up. So, for the sake of what's happening right this second, let's say that Keiko and Izumu were a short distance away from the lake, just kind of securing the area, but the creature attacked before they managed to get back, and Izumu and Keiko got back in time to see Wei Tao crushing the skull. Yeah?
Okay.
Cool. All right. Realigned.
Oh, well, then Keiko would have definitely said something snarky about why is anybody confused that Wei Tao is, well, not a nice person.
Do it.
Okay. Well, that was so long ago, so I just feel so weird.
Get your snarky on.
Indeed. Yeah, because Keiko would look between everyone and then look back at Wei Tao and genuinely say, why is anyone confused that he just did that?
I thought we had an agreement as to our purpose here and that we had aligned, but we will find a way.
He likes to kill things. He enjoys it.
I have hope for all that there is a redemption, but alas, there are exceptions.
Isamu's just going to be sipping some sake out of his water skin. Be like, it doesn't really surprise me. He seems like kind of a dick.
Okay. Well. Sorry, I'm having a thought here. Shenzu, let's go a little deeper into your character. Because Adam, you and I, we've had a couple of games together now, and I know that you're still trying to like sort of figure out your feet and stuff like that. So I want to dive a little deeper here, just on the initial bit here. You've joined this group, sort of seen how they function and they work, and in this particular case, your job, your role is to put people at peace. Yeah, you were intending to do that when you went to the Kitsune Temple. You were told to leave by the samurai because of a bunch of stuff that Wei Tao said in regards to his grandfather and the like, pissing the guy off basically to the point where this guy was about to fight you guys again. Then proceeded to accompany you to try and put the grandfather to rest and then condemn their soul. Now, is this something that Shenzu would be like, oh well, bygones be bygones. I guess Wei Tao, silly Wei Tao and his silly mood swings. I guess that soul is now damned forever, and I guess we have to go and tell that son that, oh, hey, look, we did an oopsie doodle, and your grandfather, well, there's nothing we can do about him. Or is this a point where you would have a true problem with something that Wei Tao did? Because keep in mind, that soul, done. Like, there is nothing anyone could do in order to bring peace to that soul anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. It's something I've been, trying to figure out is
above table. Sorry, above table, because I can help guide it a little bit. But the way that you described it with Keiko just then was very much like you're advocating for Wei Tao. Which I'm wondering if that's how you want Shenzu to come across with that. Which is fine.
No, I think.
Which is fine if it is, but I wanna push the button.
Yeah. So I feel like Shinzu's in this last encounter has really pushed to try and find that redemption for Wei Tao. and that has come up against a brick wall. And so some of those interactions going forward that may change. So
So
I'm not sure how to express
So
that.
what is Shenzu feeling?
Very frustrated, and obviously this throws the whole rest of the mission in jeopardy that I had of resetting the Kitsune.
How does
Kitsune
Shenzu
symbol.
express frustration? Or do they conceal it, like bottle it up and then just, like Marge Simpson style, like, at some point or another, just like, okay, just kind of dealing with stuff, trying to keep the brave face and that type of thing.
Yeah, I feel like more of that would be internalized.
Okay.
With Shinzu, just that I want to get back on with and try and see if there's anything to salvage here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Diving back to a couple of other people, Izumu. Having dealt with Ritsu and his bear form, how is Izumu handling that presently? How does he feel about the whole, at some point or another, your samurai might turn into a giant, angry werebear and maul the group?
Yeah. So there's a lot of distrust there. He doesn't much care for Ritsu at the moment. He doesn't trust him as far as he can throw him. And right now, in his mind, he's a little surprised that the samurai would have an issue killing somebody that poses a threat to the others. Because Wei Tao had said, if I pose a threat to you, kill me. And in Isamu's mind, he's a samurai, and samurai are supposed to protect people, or so they claim. That's what he hears all the time. So that would be protecting people. So in his mind, he's very, very curious as to why Ritsu would have an issue with that.
On the other side of that coin, Wei Tao acknowledging that he might lose control, possessed by something, given your experience with Ritsu. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that one he's a little more conflicted on because he also doesn't like Wei Tao much.
But now you've
at
just
the
learned
moment.
that Wei Tao is potentially going to lose control of himself to an entity.
Right. And the fact that he was willing to speak up and say that does definitely, in Isamu's mind, put him above Ritsu as far as like who he likes in the group and who he would give more respect to because of that. He still thinks Wei Tao's a dick, but he thinks that's a pretty honorable thing that he just did.
Okay. But you're not feeling like Wei Tao could potentially be a direct danger to Izumu himself?
I mean, he has seen this happen now, I think twice this has happened in combat.
Yep.
And so far, that version of Wei Tao has not attacked anyone in their group. Whereas that version of Ritsu seems to attack indiscriminately, group or not. So, yeah,
Right.
So he definitely considers Ritsu more of a threat personally to himself and the group than he does Wei Tao.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Catching strays.
Well, hey, no, look, this is the story that's being told. So Keiko, as you've spoken with Shenzu, obviously going back to the temple is the next best course of action. Hearing about Wei Tao sort of losing control, the spirit and stuff like that, there's definitely an esoteric, very occulty almost vibe to this. If you want to, you may make an occultism check if you wish to press into it further. But if you don't care or if you don't wish to, that's fine as well.
Oh, no. I definitely think that she would if she had even an inkling of, something is, like you said, occulty. I like that word.
Occulty.
Ooh, so close to being useful.
I would say that you would get some sort of suspicion, but you wouldn't know anything about it without further exploration, for sure.
Okay.
All right. Gathering up, you begin to make your way back to the city. Can I get a survival check for those who are searching for the grove that these peach trees are growing in?
I guess all of us could.
Hey, look, if you all are, you all are. If you as a character wouldn't be looking for trees, you don't have to. That's
Okay.
the beauty of it. Okay. All right. Very cool. That
Kick
will
with the nat 20.
be... Okay, anyone who got 18 or higher, so that is Wei Tao and Keiko. Wei Tao's looking for peach trees? Okay.
Well,
Again,
no,
as I said,
actually,
not...
I just
Yeah, I don't think Ritsu
I
would be even
I
on a roll.
got distracted by my dog. I heard roll survival, and that was
Okay,
it.
fair. Okay.
Feeling kind
in-
of peachy right now.
In which case, thanks to Keiko's time exploring these lands with Zuzu, you have located a new peach grove right here. Peach grove. Okay.
Nice.
Now the other peach grove, because you guys found another one, didn't you, on your way around exploring?
Didn't someone tell Isamu that there was one down here?
No, there isn't one down there.
Oh. Okay.
There is one. Oh wait, no, sorry. Yes, you're right. No, my apologies, Neil. It is there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have found that one.
Okay.
All right. You have found the peach grove, which is great because when you go to the lumber yards and stuff like that, you can tell them this is where they can find them, and they'll start harvesting some. There are 2 more locations you're chasing after, but yeah, good job. After a few hours, heading back to the town of Willow Shore, you make your way to the Kitsune Temple, wherein which you are, well, there's an individual who is awaiting you, and that is, of course, the samurai. Mhm.
With what I said before, I had kind of asked Wei Tao if he would hang back out of this part.
Mhm.
So is there a place we can have him step off?
Yeah, just off the beaten road is fine. Yeah, if that's
Okay.
if that's what Wei Tao
If Wei
does.
Tao wants to, do that. That's
I'll stay back here with him.
Actually, Wei Tao would step aside. Just he's already been beaten pretty bad, but he's just tired. But he will ask Ritsu to come with him for a walk.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I figured I could stay back with you anyway while they're dealing with it. And I turn to Shunzu and say, if anything bad happens, you make sure you come and get us.
yes, I will.
Right.
Okay. You begin to head towards the temple, which is over here. Ritsu and Wei Tao, you head out on a walk, just kind of around the farmlands and stuff like that nearby. Izumu, Keiko, are you going up with Shenzu?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The 3 of you approach the samurai waiting patiently. He looks around and says, "Where are your warriors?"
Their presence would not bring any good here, so I have asked them to depart us for this. As I said before with you, my purpose is to bring rest to these souls here.
Oh, really quick. Sorry. I would have given Shunzu the bag of the skull.
Sure.
Yep.
We went to the lake Gourd Lake and have found the remains of your grandfather's helm here, as well as uh, some left. Unfortunately, it's not intact, but we can deliver these to you.
He asks, "Can I see it?"
We have it bundled here, and I hand it over.
He opens it up. At first, there's a look of sorrow that washes over his face. Then a scrutinizing look, followed by a question. What happened? This does not look like it was pulled from a lake.
I will not lie. The encounter, we encountered a presence of your grandfather that battled with our warriors. And in that, he had a presence, Wei Tao had a presence take over him after he was severely injured. And in that loss of control, he did crush the helm as it surfaced.
Who crushed the helm?
Wei Tao did. The executioner.
At this point in time, he is going to wrap up the bundle, clench it hard, and he is going to head back into the temple temporarily. He's going to put the helm down and replace it with his naginata and begin to march down the road.
Leaving the temple.
He is leaving the temple, yes.
I assume he's going to find Wei Tao. Is there another method to putting him to rest, or was this it?
I mean, again, you can still conduct the rituals, all that jazz. Putting him to rest was about reuniting because remember, he was the Japanese equivalent of a Dullahan, right? Like, he was a samurai armor that was without its head, and it was looking for its head. Well, the head's been destroyed, so it can never be truly at rest.
Let's see here. I think I can use. Would this be a case where I could use my mind link action to reach out to Ritsu?
Sure, I've got no problem with that.
Okay.
But before that, because it's good. It's good to have the plan, the efficient moment. But you are standing with Keiko and Izumu. Yeah. Best to interact with them first before away from the people in your immediate vicinity.
Sure. That did not go the way I wanted or hoped. I am not sure what to do.
I understand he feels the need for vengeance, but we absolutely need to stop him so that one doesn't kill the other and continue the cycle.
Is there... I wonder if there's any leverage we can bring with Granny Ho.
Sorry, do we know his name?
We used to back when
Well, Keiko will call out to him.
The name is Jorobu. No, that was the executioner. Yeah.
I'm gonna call him wasn't Tanaka. Was I'm gonna call him Takeshi. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. You call out to him. He will pause his stride momentarily.
She will try to approach and say, I know you have no reason to pause and listen to me, so I appreciate you doing that much. Please, may I speak to you for a moment?
He doesn't say anything, but he is not moving away from you.
Okay. She will try to close the distance again, coming around in front of him if possible, because I don't want to talk to the back of his head.
Sure.
And she will say, I understand. I understand that you sought to put a family member, yes, his grandfather or something?
Yeah.
Okay. To rest, and I understand that the method in which you sought it is no longer possible. And I understand the desire to invoke that pain on someone else, but it won't fix it. It won't bring him back. But if you let us, we can seek an alternate way. But I need you to not attack this man.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff there, so let's break it down. You're trying to convince him that it's more important to honor his grandfather than it is to seek his vengeance.
I'm saying that we will help him find an alternate method to actually put his grandfather to rest, only if he leaves Wei Tao the fuck alone.
Okay. I see where you're going with that functionally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand it sensibly, in the sense that
Okay.
this is Wei Tao not only executed his grandfather, turning him into a spirit, but then was the single person responsible for preventing him to be able to be transferred. Now, Shenzhou has said that there's no salvaging that soul. So
yes, I was going to say perhaps in a divine method, but he and I function in two very different ways.
Yeah, but this is where we're talking above the table mechanically. So a priest has basically turned to Keiko and said his soul is not going to be at rest. What's Keiko's mindset? What's Keiko going to do here? Or are you lying to this guy to try and make him calm down? Like, that's the bit I need to know.
I don't know if there's another way, but Keiko was absolutely willing to seek a way.
Right. Okay. So are you making that bit clear that you don't know a way?
Yes. I would say that we know people who are very knowledgeable, and we'll go to them.
Cool. All right. Make a diplomacy check then.
Okay. Oh God, I have 0. Oh my God.
That is a critical failure. He basically says he will give you like, he's going to acknowledge you. He's going to say, I do not expect someone to understand the way of the samurai. We are honor bound to serve. As we are in life, so too in death. The only way to honor my grandfather, given his soul may never rest, is by bringing his murderer to justice.
Could this affect... Oh, sorry.
You're also not there.
No, I know. This is above table.
Mm-mm.
Could this have affected the empty throne harrow, as Wei Tao has essentially denied the harrow?
The empty throne harrow.
It says the empty throne has a sense of loss that is palpable. The empty throne signifies
because all the harrows need to be from your perspective, not mine. Otherwise, I get the reward.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I thought that you said that, like, whether we go with it or something happens,
you guys need to. Yeah, you guys need to, not me. So this guy has that sense of loss and longing, you know.
Got it. Okay.
Would I know if he's a follower of Pharasma?
You've not asked, and probably not. He is more than likely a follower of Shizuru, the samurai god.
I
gotcha. Okay.
would like to throw out the single question of, is death the only way?
Sorry, is death the only way is a question of...
For Wei Tao to be punished. I'm asking the Takashi.
Make another diplomacy check.
Oh, come on.
Look, you're talking to him. This is how it goes, man. If you're not
that's
good...
better.
It's better, but still a failure. No.
Yeah.
It is the only way. Like, okay. I'm gonna give a PSA on GMing and stuff like that. Much like how I don't expect my players to do push-ups when I ask for an athletics check, I don't expect my players to give me dialogue when they're trying to convince people of something. As long as I know the basic gist of what it is they want to communicate, I will usually do what I can to fill in the blanks. But in certain cases, such as this, where there is a result wanted, but there's no pathway to get there, the dice roll doesn't add anything different, and I will always adhere to what the dice roll says. However, if there is something that beyond mechanically, that's something roleplay wise or emotional wise or story wise that gets brought up amongst this actual check, I will usually forego it or increase the step by 1 or 2 depending on what gets said. Keiko, you've not really had much experience with samurai. Izumu, I don't imagine you will either, and same with Shenzu. But I'm going to allow each of you a society check to see if you know anything among samurai culture that might help Keiko on this pathway to trying to convince him that, you know, like, is this the only way? Oh, wow, Izumu,
Well,
holy
Yeah,
crap.
like,
Fuck yeah. Jinx point.
Summer's read a
No,
couple
I'm joking.
books.
I love that society I have pluses in, but
And you're gonna be the one that rolls in that one.
And these guys don't have anything in society.
yeah.
All right, go for it. You got this.
Oh, I'm rolling too. I thought it was them to help me. Okay.
No, you as well. This is, like I said, you, Callie, have come up with...
Yep,
Oh,
what the
no.
fuck?
Yeah, no, critical fail. Okay. All right. Because you, Callie, are making it clear what you're trying to do here. Izumu, Shenzu, and you need to know about samurai culture to understand this. Now, let's talk about samurai culture, actually, a little bit here. Samurai culture is built up on a type of economy that is intangible and yet unscrupulous and cast out throughout generations and different cities and regions. This economy system is known as... Anyone? Honor.
Brain wants to say, yeah.
Honor.
It is honor. Honor is a massive commodity. What is and isn't honorable makes and breaks a samurai. An entire family of samurai can be brought low by a single dishonorable member of their family not being maintained or managed properly by the other members of that household. Your behavior, your actions, there's a reason why whatever sin you commit, to purge yourself of that sin and to avoid your family bearing the guilt of your failings or your dishonor, harakiri or seppuku is the ritualistic method of execution used so that you can maintain your honor after having failed and stuff like that. Death has a very, very close relationship with this, with the honor concept. If you do something, killing yourself is considered to be the honorable thing a samurai must do to fall upon their own blade. Should they choose not to, then it falls upon the other, the victim to be able to find and claim their lost honor because they have lost their, something at the hands of whoever, and that's kind of how it gets resolved. Now, Shenzu and Izumu, the both of you know this about samurai. Izumu, for whatever reason, maybe you dated a samurai long ago, or whatever the case is, you know one thing extra about it, and that is there is unequivocal rules surrounding claiming honor, such as, like I said, the ritual to end one's life to atone, right? Number one, you could potentially pose that Wei Tao should be given the opportunity to end his life on his own terms, not be hunted down and killed, right? That's number one. That is something he is entitled to. Number 2 is if his grandfather was dishonorable, and you could prove that he was dishonorable, if he acted in vengeance, he would be dishonoring his own family. So let me run that by you again. If the headless samurai was guilty of the crimes he had faced, and Wei Tao simply did his job, even the desecration of the helmet isn't something dishonorable. And by killing Wei Tao, he would be dishonoring his grandfather who had laid down his life to maintain his family's honor. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I prove that? Do I know that?
I know... Okay, I'm going to get you to make an intelligence check because I know there's an answer that you guys know. I don't want to remind you because I do want you guys to figure it out yourselves because I don't like spoon feeding my players, but there is you do have proof of that of the crime for sure.
Yes, we do.
Okay, now the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, no, you remember Granny Who is a surviving member. His great aunt is still alive,
Right.
and witnessed the atrocities. He could simply ask and be present there. The third and final piece of honor here. Is as a samurai, he is prioritizing avenging his grandfather, which if he wanted to do, he should do at a proper time, at a proper place. You know Wei Tao is incredibly injured from having fought his grandfather. If you seed the idea that if you want to, like, this could be just an off-the-hand cuff of, may your battle be won with honor. If he sees Wei Tao injured, killing him while he's that injured is dishonorable. Make sense?
Right. Yeah.
So those are those 3 things. So number 1 is proving the grandfather was actually a criminal. Number 2 is attacking someone who is weak. And number 3 was... Shit, what was number 3? It was...
letting Wei Tao commit.
Oh, yes, you have
kill
to...
himself.
Yeah. You have to give Wei Tao the opportunity to atone for himself by committing seppuku. Which just buys you time, but that's about it. Alright, so those are the 3 things, Izumu, that could push Keiko over the edge to a success, if you want to bring any of those up.
Yes. Izumu will probably sit there and think for a minute and then ultimately sigh because he doesn't want to necessarily help here, but he knows he should because he also knows in the culture of these people, this is what is good for them. He's not a samurai, so he doesn't care, but he understands how it works. So he'll sort of lean in close to Keiko and whisper to her about those options to let her know that, Wei Tao, if he is the one who's dishonored himself, is owed that opportunity to commit seppuku. He needs to, if he decides to pursue this vengeance, then this guy needs to do so honorably, and fighting in Wei Tao's current state is not an honorable way to do that. And then he would ultimately tell her to suggest that before he pursues any of those, this guy goes and talks to Granny Who because she might have something very interesting to tell him that he'll want to know.
And I'd say at probably the same time while that's going on, Shinzu's reaching out to Ritsu via the mind link function, and I can transfer up to 10 minutes worth of dialogue. So giving him a heads up that the samurai is coming looking for them, but also putting in the idea that if they found Granny Who, it might be a good idea.
Okay. Wei Tao. It looks like he's on his way.
As is expected.
We might be able to.
I didn't say the scene shift.
Oh, sorry.
Look at Neil.
My
Look
bad.
at Neil go. Neil's like,
I don't know.
Here he comes right now over there.
Sorry.
Taking control of my NPC. And
I'll
you
stop.
keep going. Tell me what he does. What does he do next, Neil? Does he
It's
stop
not
for
a meal in
soft
place. Oh, he
serve?
just
Like,
you just told Weitao that he was on the way.
Hmm.
no, I did, but then he stopped and had the conversation. You know, remember the bit where I said he stopped, let Keiko have the conversation? You know.
Sorry.
Oh, see what I have to deal with, like, to my audience members. I feel like that's anyway. I'm just being mean. Look, as you have brought this up, so Keiko, you did bring up the he should be given a chance to commit seppuku, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. He
Probably also his currently injured state at the same time.
You don't necessarily want to bring that up.
Okay.
Mostly because if Wei Tao chooses to fight anyway, it kind of is dishonorable. It then becomes dishonorable for him to knowingly go. It's a whole thing. I won't explain it because that's a whole other thing. But you don't want to bring up that he's injured yet. You want him to come to his own conclusion that he doesn't want to fight that. Okay. So the samurai takes a moment to absorb what you say. He says, knowing that Izumu said something to Keiko and stuff, he says he wishes things were different. That perhaps with more wisdom and more guidance, this rage that he has inside of him would have dissipated by now. For what it is worth, I do not believe that my grandfather is completely innocent, but I also believe he did not deserve the fate that he found himself. There are others who are in that way, who will know peace that my grandfather will not. And he sort of refers to, of course, the temple and all the severed heads that are in there. But I need to do what is best for my family and my honor. And he will then march off to confront Ritsu and Wei Tao. Ritsu and Wei Tao, you are on your way back, a little way beyond the tree line here. Shenzu, Keiko, and Wei Tao, are you going to follow the samurai, or are you going to attend to the temple?
Oh man, that's a good question. Oh, I really want to fix this temple.
Fix the temple then.
See,
I'm
yeah.
of that mindset as well.
Yeah. All right. So you head and Izumu, what about you?
Yeah, he's gonna stay with them. Not only to like watch their backs while they're doing this, but because he feels that Eliza, who is always nice when he had to bury a family member, deserves better. So he's happy to help here.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. You begin to salt, holy water, and ritual cleanse the Kitsune shrine, as well as gathering up the severed heads for burial back in the graveyard. Ritsu and Wei Tao, you see the heavily clad samurai approaching you, naginata in hand. You both are samurai as well. You understand when someone has killing intent as they approach you. This guy definitely does.
I'm turning to Wei Tao and just say that Shinzu said we should go maybe seek an audience with Granny Hu. She might be able to help. What do you think? Should we just deal with this right now?
Wei Tao's kind of got an arm wrapped around his midsection, from the shit kicking that he acquired and has not been able to heal from since.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, he's going to look Ritsu directly in the eyes. Are you suggesting that I turn tail and run like a coward?
I'm suggesting you do what you wish to do. Do you want to live or do you want to die?
Above table, that question's always kind of irked me. Because,
Oh,
who
sorry.
the fuck wants to die? Like
No,
he
no.
genuinely would answer that
we.
question. Oh, I want to die.
Okay, I guess instead he would say, "Would you rather confront this guy and try to talk him down, or would you rather go out fighting?"
Now there's a question, a better question to ask Wei Tao. And Wei Tao will answer, no matter what, if I die, it is going to be fighting.
Okay.
At this
But
point,
if
the
he wants-
samurai has made it close enough to you. He yells out Wei Tao's name loud enough that it resonates throughout the farmlands.
The very injured Wei Tao looks at him.
He says, "You have brought shame upon my family. You've dishonored my grandfather time and time again. And now you dare to desecrate his remains so that he cannot find peace in the afterlife. A beast like you must be put down."
Marcus is trying to think of how to respond.
I think Ritsu might have something to say to him if Wei Tao doesn't have something to say at the moment.
Yeah, Wei Tao's thinking, considering their options.
Okay.
I think the way Wei Tao would respond is something along the lines of, you speak of honor, and yet you are going to be willing to strike someone down in the middle of town who's already not at their 100%.
He says, "Do not talk to me of honor, cur. You should be thankful for my blade. But even then, I have not yet decided if you have earned it. I give you one final chance to end your life and retain whatever little honor remains in the town name."
He is here to protect the town. It is on orders of Granny who has asked us to judge him. And he is here to help save Willowshore.
He looks at Ritsu and he says, "And you dare try to throw duty before honor? You are trying to tell me that my family's honor is less important than this person's survival?"
I'm listening to my commanding officer. You can talk to her if you'd like.
"Pathetic. You are no samurai. You are no better than a peasant god. You have no nobility in you. You have no honor in you."
If he's a peasant god, then are you just the peasant? At least if he had a grudge, he would let me be at my finest. Would you strike down an injured man
I think you've
just for the
missed
sake of
the
vengeance?
I think you've missed the bit where he said he's giving you an opportunity to claim
And
your
Wei Tao is very much saying that, like,
Yeah, but
he's
you're
not going to
ignoring
do
what
that.
he's saying at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh, so he recognizes you're ignoring him. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you're poignantly ignoring it, he says, if you do not have honor for yourself, then I have none to give you. And we are going to roll initiative.
Oh, damn.
All right.
It's a duel.
It
It's
is
not
at
a-
this point.
It's
Wei
not
Tao
a duel,
is
yeah.
going to growl under his breath to Ritsu to not interfere.
I'm gonna go with this. So Wei Tao. There's conflicting levels of honor that's going on here, because the honorable thing to do is the seppuku thing. So you fought against it, and want a fair fight, which is not an honorable thing to do. It is rather than acknowledging or accepting responsibility for what you're doing, you're forcing him to fight for it. The one-on-one duel is also not kind of a, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to gain any honor from having a one-on-one duel here.
I've got no honor to gain or lose to begin with.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. So having a one-on-one fight is not in your favor because you've got no honor or to gain or lose. So why fight a one-on-one fight?
Because it would be more personal honor to Wei Tao than anything.
You don't have any. That's
be...
what I'm saying. Is your character? You're like, that's what I'm saying. Is you can't with one hand say, "Oh yeah, I've got honor," but at the same time act incredibly dishonorably. You know what I mean? Like, that's a net sum zero.
I don't mean to argue, but I feel like you're the one that's confusing everything here, because the honorable thing for Wei Tao is to follow the letter of the law, which he has been, which is all he's done. Everybody else is accusing him of being dishonorable when all he has done is follow orders.
Honor is okay. So that's a good point. Honor is not about the letter of the law. That's the problem Wei Tao originally had. So in this particular case, you've done a dishonor to his family, which you know you've done. Even if it wasn't the execution of his grandfather, the desecration of the corpse, 100%. That's just straight up dishonor. And you're responsible for that.
You can't dishonor someone that's already dishonorable. That's...
Oh, absolutely. No.
Like...
No. Because keeping in mind, at the point of execution, right, the body is laid to rest. You then took the body to the lake, threw it into the lake, dredged it up decades later, and then crushed it. That is dishonoring. That is dishonoring the spirit of the person. That's straight up, like, you know, this is the same thing as like alignment and morality. This isn't like but this and that, and you know, it is you know, desecration of corpses, 100% in the vein of dishonoring them. You don't need, like, for example, if you bury someone and then they're dead, sure, they might have died and executed and stuff like that, and that's a thing. Dig up their bodies, put it on a pike, strip the skin off, set it on fire, then eat the flesh. You know, you're starting to look in the whole, like, we're just desecrating them at this point. So Wei Tao has committed desecration. This moment here, and what I'm saying is something that the character Wei Tao would understand why this guy's pissed off. You have dishonored like, again, you went out to go and bring the corpse back in order to put the spirit to rest, and instead he's learned that you have destroyed that chance from happening. It wasn't just that it couldn't happen and you bumped into it. It's, no, you took that away from his grandfather to be buried and put to rest. So he is now coming for you, right? Now, you don't have to fight him alone. This is what I'm saying. Above table, Wei Tao would understand, I don't have to fight him alone. This is not a duel. He's not asking for a duel. He is out here to avenge his grandfather. If you want to turn it into a duel, you can. But I'm saying that that's not his perspective. He's not asking you for a one-on-one. If you ask him for a one-on-one, that's on you, and that's your choice. And as your DM, that's not what Wei Tao needs to do or would feel is the honorable thing to do in this situation. Ritsu is probably your only lifeline here in this fight.
Sure, whatever. I'm just as likely to die with or without him, so...
I mean, again, definitely without, but if Ritsu is at least fighting with you, there's at least some back and forth that'll happen, you know what I mean? You've got one hit point. That's a given.
I'm very well aware.
Yeah, this guy, and I also want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up here. He isn't a huge all-powerful fighter. Like, your fight with the headless ghost thing was way harder. You've not taken shot one at this guy, so you don't know how strong he is. He's not an encounter you guys can't deal with, right? Just so you guys know. I mean, like I said, it's very hard to kind of give that to you to gauge it, but yeah. You definitely don't want to one-on-one him with one hit point. Okay, so with that being said, we were into initiative. Did I roll initiative? I did not. Okay, I'm going to roll initiative. Okay, to start with, it is... What did I call him again? Takeshi. It is Takeshi's turn. Takeshi will draw. Well, again, he's got his Naginata out. He will ready an action as he steps forward in order to encroach upon the two of you. He is being cautious because of Ritsu, and we will then go to Ritsu.
Okay. I just turn to Wei Tao and ask Wei Tao if he would like me to help, because I do want Wei Tao to be able to help save the town and essentially earn his life back.
Restrain him.
Do you want me to put it a little on equal terms?
Again,
As I
no,
pull
Wei Tao
slightly
just told you, restrain him.
Okay. And I just kind of like, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try and get up close to Takeshi and try to grapple him. Because I think it's grapple and then restrain, right? With
Yes,
another
correct.
grapple.
All
Okay.
right. So
Yeah.
you rush forward, approaching. As you do so, the Naginata comes down, bearing as the readied action tries to connect with your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
A solid hit as you are struck, slashing down towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go to try and grapple him, because you are moving through his 10-foot reach, his reactive strike goes off. So his first attack hits you on the side. It swings the whole bar above his neck.
Hold on, we just had this argument on Monday's game too, where you said that the ready to action uses up the reaction.
Oh no, you're right. You are absolutely no. We did say that, but we did find out that it doesn't take that up.
No, it
Oh,
does.
does it? Hold on, wait. Let me.
Yeah, no,
you're right.
the
You're
way
right.
you
You're right. I
first-
remember this exact. No, you're right. You're right. I do remember this exactly.
Deja vu.
Under 2E, ready to action.
Because it uses up the actions and
Yes.
the reaction. Because the reaction is setting the trigger for it.
No, it does not use a reaction. We originally said that it would, but then we found out that it wasn't the case. That you do still get your reaction at the same time, because you're preparing an action outside of your turn with a designated trigger, and it specifically says in the ready action ability, this does not consume a reaction, allowing for flexibility in combat and strategic planning.
Throw
So
my hands up in the air.
Yeah. No. You're right. We did have that argument, and this was exactly the path we took, because I thought that it would take up the reaction, because you're readying a thing, and then it has a trigger, and then it goes off.
because it says you can use the chosen action as a reaction, provided you still meet the requirements to use it. You can't ready a free action that already has a trigger.
But then it also says at the end of it, it does not consume a reaction.
Are we looking at the same thing? I'm looking at Archives of Nethys. And it doesn't say that. It says if you have multiple attack penalty, your ready action is an attack action. It uses the penalty. This is the one of the few times the multiple attack penalty is when it applies and it's not your turn.
I was looking at. Oh no! You're right. I can't freaking see.
I'm posting it in
I'm
the.
following
in
the exact
Discord.
same thing. Hold on, here we go. Because I was looking at the in-depth action rules. Yeah. Okay. And that says prepare an action. Yeah. A single free action. You designate a trigger. Your turn then ends. If the trigger you designate occurs before starting, you can use the chosen action as a readied action, provided you still meet the requirements to use it. You can't ready a free action. If you have multiple attack penalties and your ready to action is an attack, your ready to attack takes the multiple attacks. that you had time to use when you readied. Okay.
Rules.
But I think it was... Because what was I looking at here?
We love rules that don't
We
know
do,
how they
we
work.
do. I think it was under the reaction was what I was looking at. No, it's fine. All right. Either way, I will say that it will take up the reaction. Because I don't know where we're looking at it again. Okay. You get 1 reaction per encounter. You can only use it when your specific trigger is filled off. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Sure. That is not a problem. So yes, he'll use the reaction here. He'll hit you once. You then get your attack. Go for it.
All right. So I think it's athletics, yeah?
It is, yes, athletics to try and grapple him. Your target number here is 22.
Need to roll 12 or higher. 13, 23.
Very nice. Okay, you managed to get the grapple off. He is now grabbed by you.
All right, and then I guess the last action, since I used him to move in, try to restrain him.
All right, go for another grapple attempt.
-5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll click the 2. I hope this works, because I clicked the 2 up top. Dang it.
That is a failure. So you're still grappling him, but not restraining. Wei Tao, you're up
I guess
next.
that didn't work, so it should have been a 9. That might have been a critical failure, actually, because I don't think it added the -5 in there. So that would have been a 9, actually.
Oh, a critical failure, he will then be ungrappled.
Okay. Oh, no.
Okay, Wei Tao.
Well, there is nothing I can do for any health or anything. So wait, I was just gonna take this chance to do a forbidding ward on himself and Takeshi.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets... Actually, that won't even matter, because if he hits me, I'm fucked no matter what. And that +1 status to armor hasn't really been too helpful.
If you want to take a step backwards, he will need to move past Ritsu to get to you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'll take a step back and I'll ready an action to swing at him the moment he comes within my range.
Sure. All right. Takeshi is going to take umbrage with Ritsu and your nonsense, and he is going to strike Ritsu. All right. 1 hit as Ritsu is hit. The second as it continues the momentum of his attack. Ooh, he will miss on that one. And his third action. Here we go. Another miss. All right, so Takeshi begins his attack. Now, Izumu, Keiko, and Shenzu, you have at this point gathered the materials that you needed and have begun the cleansing ritual. Shenzu, you are banging on your staff and throwing out some of the holy sake. Izumu, you're struggling not to lick it off the ground. Keiko, you're carrying the various bindles of severed heads and stuff like that. When all 3 of you hear the sounds of the battle coming from up the road.
We're still mid doing this?
Yeah, you'll need about another minute or 2 to like properly complete the ritual and stuff. But Keiko and Izumu, for the most part, you guys are not conducting the ritual. You guys are just kind of taking care of the corpses and things.
I can finish this. It sounds like they have found issue with each other.
Mm-mm.
So
Well, are they not too capable samurai? Isn't that their whole thing, being able to fight?
you would know better than I. If you don't
Well,
feel they're warranted, you're more than welcome to stay. I question.
Ritsu sometimes needs a little bit of help.
It should be reminded that they all know that Wei Tao's been seriously fucked up.
And
Wei Tao
Ritsu.
Two broken legs. Whatever your desire. Like I said, I can finish the ritual here.
Yes, but what if something happens here too? I don't want to leave you by yourself.
I can go, and you can stay.
I can go. You two finish up here.
Thank you, Isamu.
Say we've got one on death's door and the other one can barely walk, so I guess I'll go help him.
At least distract him.
Yeah, if nothing else, I'll create a distraction. And then Isamu will take off down the road.
Sorry, hold on one second. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. The last 6 seconds. Never mind.
I think you're muted, Michael.
Yeah, I was having a moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, take it. What did you do? Did you want to do something? No.
No, I was going to put something on him to just try to give him a little boost of protection, but it won't last long enough to do anything.
Fair. Okay. Izumu, you begin to run down the road, heading in the direction of the others as we go to Ritsu.
All right. Can I take one of my long rest potions out of my bag and just roll it on the ground to Wei Tao? So it doesn't break if
Sure.
he drops it?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just Wei Tao here. I'm going to use one of my actions to, or I guess technically 2 actions to take it out and roll it to him.
Yep, not a problem. You have one more action remaining.
Then I will turn around and I'm just going to try and grab him. I'm not going to be able to restrain him, I don't think, on the right away.
All right,
but I will at least try to grab him again.
Make a grapple attempt.
Oh my god, natural 20!
That will restrain him.
Heck yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to restrain him.
I didn't know. It's just like,
That's exactly what I did with Keiko sneaking and shit.
Try to restrain the next turn, but I guess the natural 20 helps.
All right, Wei Tao, you're up.
May I hero point to be able to move up?
Oh, that's it? Yeah, sure. I thought there was going to be more to that.
Well, because I want to use my 3 actions.
Sure. I got no problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, if this works, it works. So yeah, hero point to move up, so I may use my 3 actions. We're gonna do the coup de grace.
All right, very nice. Okay, the coup de grace requires a it's an auto crit, but it does require a saving throw. So first of all, roll your crit damage. Did you hit? You need to hit the crit button.
Yeah. That's.
And you need to drop it on him.
Yeah, I'm not using my normal keyboard.
You need to click the button on the bottom left, so you need your mouse.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. It's not like working right for me right now. Okay, there we go. Finally. All right.
Much better. All right, 23 points of damage. As you land a critical strike, he now needs to make a saving throw. All right, he succeeds. You slash at his neck. The armor clangs as you hit it. He's not dead, but he definitely did not like that.
No, I should have. That's it.
All right.
That's all I can do.
All right. Takeshi is going to try to break the grapple because he can do nothing else while he is restrained. 19. What's your? I presume your fort's higher than a 9.
It's actually at an 8, so 18.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he will break free of the grapple. I honestly didn't think that would work.
Does he just become grappled and not restrained anymore,
Nope,
or is it the whole thing?
Nope, the whole
Okay.
thing. Yep. He breaks it, and yeah, he's going to he's definitely going to use his Naginata on Wei Tao. As he swings, he gets a critical miss. Ritsu, you and your... Oh, wait, no, ignore that. I need my percentage. As he tries to swing at you, he does not manage to find purchase with you, as he is currently still also kind of battling Ritsu at the same time. The critical miss effect here is... Let's see, 15... He's basically Ritsu, you have grabbed the back end of his Naginata, and he is going to have to use another action to try and shake you off, which he is going to basically do. So as he's gone to strike, you kind of grabbed you hit the middle of the haft of his Naginata, and he sort of like wrestles you back and forth as he yanks it and drags it off you. But that is that's his whole turn. Dang. All right, which then brings us to Izumu. Izumu, you are one after moving in the last round. You're one move away from getting up there.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to use that move to get close, and then I'm going to flurry of blows. But the way I want to do it is when he gets close, he's basically going to jump with the axe in both hands and bring it down as hard as he can. And then once he hits the ground, turn it and bring it back up is the plan for the flurry.
Ooh. Nice.
Assuming I can actually hit him. We'll see. Oh god. All my stuff is not up. There we go. Combat tracker. There you are. Oh god. Hold on, I just gotta expand this so I can see things. There we go. Where's this guy? There he is. Okay. Ooh. Actions. Two-handed. There you are. We will drop that. There's the first one. And for flurry, do I roll both of them and then damage, or do I do 1 damage, 2 damage?
With
Wasn't there a thing with like storing damage, or do you have to target them to do that?
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, there's no resistances, so you don't need to worry about it. You can just drop them separately. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ah.
At least it looked good.
Wait, sorry. You're using flurry of blows, right?
Yes.
So that's your first attack. So you do have another attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 damage. Not great, but you know, hey, it's on the board.
Oh, missed with the second one.
And a miss. Hold on, wait. He would be off guard against you for that one. Which sadly still not enough. Although, it will make that first attack a crit, so you can do another lot of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. And
then we get to roll a D100.
Yeah, and then roll a D100.
There we go. That one was a little better.
Nice.
And D100.
Ooh, okay. No
37.
extra. Yeah, no extra effects on the D100. Okay, here we go. Okay. Izumu comes up and bam, bam, just lands 2 strikes on the back plate of the samurai armor. As Ritsu, we then go to you.
All right, so Ritsu, even though he's trying to help his the samurai in his party, Wei Tao, he still doesn't really want to kill this guy, so he's still going to just use his fists and try to knock it out because he still doesn't have his sword out from the restraining.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna try to punch this guy.
All right, go to punch the guy.
Yeah. Dang it.
That will miss, unfortunately.
All right. You know what? Let's try a second punch. And then if this fails, then I'm gonna... well, 23 hit.
All right, that will hit.
Heck yeah. Come on. Do 5 damage.
Did you feel off guard for him?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Don't forget he's off guard.
Oh.
Yeah.
True.
It won't crit though, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just so that you know he's off guard. Okay.
That would have made the first one an 18. Would that still not have missed?
An 18. Yes, that'll still miss.
Okay.
All right.
And then in which case, I think I don't. Is there like an action for just putting up a guard? I don't have a shield or anything, but
there's no action for guarding yourself with no shield. They're basically just
no, I know, but
you're blocking the stuff that he wants to. You're blocking the stuff he wants to injure with more stuff he wants to injure.
yeah, okay. No, I know. I wasn't sure if there was like an action.
You can role play it. You can role play that you're trying to be defensive and stuff.
I guess I just kind of put my guard up and try to.
Cool. Nice. All right, Wei Tao, you're up.
I'm just gonna swing.
All right, taking out your sword, you swing. Nice, solid hit with your katana as you hit him for 10 points of damage. Very nice. He is not looking great. And another hit. Ooh, for 13 points of damage. That will fell the samurai as he falls to the ground.
Could I do something?
Do, please.
Even if it requires the hero point, for this final strike, I want Wei Tao to bring the sword and have it stop, dig in, but stop in his neck. He's long story short, Wei Tao is going to do it as a mercy, but as a make it a point, know that I could end you just like your grandfather.
Okay. I'm not going to take a hero point for that. I think it's very, very cool. The way we're going to do this is 2 ways. Firstly, as you swing the sword, he closes his eyes for a moment, realizing that the blade will kill him. That's the end of it. However, in the final moment, you stop just before you hit his throat. You say that line before reversing the grip of your blade and striking his throat with the back of your sword, which will knock him out non-lethally. Now, normally, if you didn't want to kill him, you would have to take a -2 penalty to your attack before you make that attack.
Yeah.
But I understand story-wise, this is where we're going with it, so I'm happy to, sort of have it go this way. However, he does get some words off in the final moment. He curses you. He curses the Tao family. He says that as long as there's breath in his lungs, he will never rest until the whole Tao family are exposed and buried. Could I get Schooley, if you are still in chat, to roll me a d20 as we have our roll and play book coming out, Malevolent Curses.
Ooh.
So he is going to curse Wei Tao. If Schoolie is in chat.
I was muted. I do know earlier he said that he had to do something and he was going to let the people in chat. I just got to find
no.
it again.
Oh, no, that's fine. In which case, first in, best dressed. Let's roll some d20s into chat, and I'll throw some stuff in. Schoolie is lurking. Yeah, it's fine. Schoolie is allowed to lurk. Just throw some
going into
d20s in chat,
listening
and
mode, so
I'll
we'll leave it to a general chat roll to have fun rolling the carnage.
Yeah. Oh no, Adam, you can't roll if you're in the fucking game. What a waste of a 20. All right, this is fine. All right, 10. Okay, so
But I'm not in the fight.
no,
I'm off
doesn't
on the
count.
side.
Never. So we got a 10, we got an 18, we got a 2, we got a 12. Okay, I'm gonna roll the d4 here and see who we get. Number 1, we're going to do Cookie Mon Steve with the number 10.
18. Oh, wait, no, that's the 10, yeah.
Oh, okay, very nice. Interesting one here. Don't know how I'm going to do that one. Okay, Wei Tao. He, once again, turns to you and tells you the exact same thing before. He says you have no honor, that your clan will fall, and that you, Wei Tao, are nothing more than a beast. As such, you now have a beast curse. You find yourself voraciously hungry when you are eating or trying to observe certain social what do you call it? Like eating a meal or for something like that. If you're like certain things that are considered to be civilized, you will struggle with those situations. This translates to a negative to your diplomacy checks made for socializing civilly. And manifest in the form of you have started to grow an excess of body hair, which is very odd for an elf. But also your eyes kind of have a more wild look about them. Ritsu, you also kind of get a sense of that bestial nature from that you have inside you from Wei Tao. As far as removing this curse goes, removing the curse requires for him to let go of his grudge. So there you go.
Dang.
I mean, it's doable. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. And you have defeated this guy. Fucking this guy.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Good job. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, like you'll find there are some fights that'll just swing in such a good way sometimes, and that was one of them. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, Shenzu, you and Keiko finish up your ritual and meet the others outside. There you see the samurai being, sort of like he's on the ground in the road with Ritsu, Izumu, and Wei Tao all gathered around him.
Close out that the temple scene.
Yeah, the temple's good. Yep.
Just from a roleplay, I had some things. But...
Oh, sure. If you wanted to do some things, we absolutely can. All right. Yeah, dude, you take it away. It's all up to you. I will add some cool music.
So, as Keiko and Shinzu have been, in the temple, we started cleaning the altar, relighting incense, aligning the offerings, and putting the heads in a proper place. To kind of reestablish this, and so as I'm banging my katara on the floor, some of the things that I say are, your names are no longer bound here. Walk where you were meant to go, to kind of close their presence, and then once we've completed kind of the ritual as a final statement, to set the temple back in order. I say this place remembers its purpose. Let it stand as it was meant to. And then just me personally, as I take an extra moment with the priestess remains, since she had communicated with me, I just take an extra moment there and say a final word of, you kept your duty even in death, and allow me to carry it forward for you. Just to kind of close out that whole process of the cleansing of the temple and bring those souls rest.
All right, very cool. They feel the spirits of the ghosts slowly beginning to ebb away from the temple and go to the realms beyond. You feel a sense of gratitude lingering in the air, and what was once a blood-shrouded, very, very, very dark-feeling place has now been cleansed, and the Kitsune statue that stands in the middle of the temple now feels like a place that can be once again worshipped. And sought after for the for those who wish to. Keiko, you actually see Shenzu in this light, doing what it is that they normally do, and it feels very, very spiritual to see Shenzu conducting the rituals to put the bodies to rest. As the two of you are heading up the road towards where the others are, you may have a quick moment to converse about the ritual and the cleansing. But before we get too deep into it, guys, a big shout out and welcome to Scarlet's Song. We're actually just about to wrap up our game, but thank you so much for coming here and bringing us your community. So wonderful to see you guys. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Mark. I'm the Dad's Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. We play Pathfinder. And of course, for those of you who don't know Scarlet is an amazing world builder and storyteller. They're an author of a wide variety of very, very cool RPG related contents. Go check them out. They're a wonderful being, a very, very bright soul in the space of TTRPGs, and a good place to rest your feet and enjoy some very, very cool flowers. I hope you're doing well, my fair. Okay. Keiko Shenzu.
Yeah, so during all of what Shenzu was doing, obviously she would have made herself as helpful as possible while recognizing this is not entirely her realm. Obviously health is, but putting souls to rest, not entirely. So once they walk out, I think the first thing she would say to him is thank you for both being able to do that and willing to do that.
Yes. It brings me great peace to help these souls continue their journey along the river of life. Glad I could help. And thank you for your assistance. It was quite a task.
It was first time I've seen something like that, so that was actually very interesting and oh God, I won't say fun. Hold on, what is the word? Interesting and I don't want to say enjoyable either. Oh my God. Dag, I need a word.
That was enlightening.
Enlightening. Yes. Thank you. Yes. To watch.
Glad to have shared it with you. It's one of the duties I have as a champion of Pharasma. I help restore that order, which hopefully brings us one step closer to finding the balance for this land and restoring some normalcy here.
I suppose we should go and make sure that they don't need us.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully Wei Tao has not...
I imagine at this point, as you're looking up the road, there's Izumu just like...
Yeah.
Over here!
Yeah,
Let's see
also,
what the...
real quick, as they approach, I'd like to have Izumu walk to them before they get too close to the other two.
Sure, not a problem.
And he's going to look between the both of them, and he'll just say, "Is it done? Are they all at rest? Is Eliza, is she good?"
Yes, we have ushered them on to their next phase. They have found peace.
That's good to hear. Thank you. And then he'll just turn around and walk back to the other two.
All right.
Tell me, has Wei Tao drawn more blood?
Surprisingly, he actually showed a good amount of restraint. He the guy's knocked out. He's not dead.
Thank you.
All right.
And I'll continue forward.
All right, you all gather, and again, you're around the body. You can see that that Wei Tao is still quite injured. Ritsu now sporting a couple of bumps and bruises as well.
I think before they get
Keiko
back,
just sighs.
Ritsu will turn to Wei Tao and be like, "I'm impressed. You showed restraint, and I'm glad. Thank you." As I will then hand him the potion that I rolled onto the ground.
I was this close to being like, don't you mean Sir Wei Tao?
Which
I'm
I'll take
getting
the
there.
potion and go, do not think that I did it for any of you. I did it so the boy could be brought before who, so that she can tell him exactly what kind of person his great grandfather was.
And that's perfectly fine. Um, I know what I said back um in the cave where you were being held. I know I was telling you I was, your superior. Honestly, being just a guard doesn't give me much authority in anything. I was just going by what I was going based off the Dag, help me with it. What is the essentially the ritual of like anointing someone? I don't know if that's the
Ritual of
word, but
anointing someone.
well, like giving someone an order to like doing that so that you can release them. I don't remember what I was doing back in the or what
You were
technically that was
Granny
called.
who basically just told you guys to let him out if you felt like he could be trusted. That was it. She didn't
Right,
tell you
but
to
the way
order
that I
him
was saying it,
around.
I know, but the way that he said it was like he was kind of issuing that I am your superior, even though Ritsu doesn't have that authority. And that's what Ritsu is trying to bring up now, is that he,
Oh no,
you
because
know,
yeah, Ritsu. No, because remember Ritsu when you first let him out, basically said that you're in service to the Empress, and that Wei Tao, if he is going to be released, needs to fall in line as
okay,
Ritsu's subordinate, um,
okay,
and has to obey these rules that Ritsu set.
got it. Okay. In which case, then Ritsu will say, he says, it would still be preferable if you would still follow in the Empress's light. But I I no longer wish to be the superior. I want to be more of an equal.
All right, you're a prisoner. You're under arrest. You now have crimes,
What?
and you're currently charged with well, we just throw it in like excessive
You
force.
just commit assault and battery.
Yeah, there
No.
you go. And
Okay,
technically,
I don't
you
know.
attacked
I'm
him
just
first.
uh
Cool. There you go. Now you're equals.
okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say, I guess.
If it helps, I know what
I
you're
think
trying to
I
say.
know what you're trying to say as well. I'm being a dick. What you're trying to say, and this is, and look, there's no problem with look, Neil, look me in the eye. There's
Yeah, I'm
no
looking.
problem with this type of metagame, but it is metagame. You're trying to
Oh.
place your character on an equal footing with another player because it is more comfortable because you are sharing the space with another person. And that is it.
I'm not trying to say it like that, though.
Ritsu, no, but Ritsu has no reason to relinquish his authority. You're a samurai who is directly responsible should Wei Tao get out of hand. You don't want to be
Okay.
his equal because if you're his equal, you're abandoning those responsibilities, which isn't something you should be trying to do. But, like I said, the metagame here is you want to be on the same level as Wei Tao because that's how friends work. That's how socialing works. But you're not here to socialize. Well, in Ritsu's not here to socialize with Ritsu. Ritsu is the warden, and Wei Tao is still a prisoner.
Okay.
Make sense?
In which case, then instead, can I say in that he he seems to be able to control his actions, so he doesn't need to really listen to me to tell him to pull a sword out anymore or do this and that. Like, I
I
still
get what you're
take
saying. So what you want to
responsibility
say?
for him.
So what you want to say here is I think we can afford you a little more freedom, given the
Yeah.
circumstances you've shown, and that you are able to show restraint. Now, keeping in mind, does Ritsu want to do that, given that he lacked restraint at the lake? Because you say he has
There,
it, but at the
yeah,
same time, you've equally seen he's not capable of it.
Yeah, we just
but
all had to clean up
Wei Tao has
his
also
mess
told
because
us.
he had a moment
Yeah,
of
Mm.
lapse of judgment.
Yeah.
Wei Tao has also told us to kill him if he so had attacked us without, if he lost control and attacked us. So
Yeah, but does that mean that he should have free reigns? I mean,
well, not like
if he
entirely
was,
free reigns, but
let
he
me ask you
doesn't.
this, and this is mostly to Izumi, really. If Wei Tao started attacking the group, are you guys not going to kill him?
Well,
I mean,
we'd probably kill him, but
Isamu would.
That's what I thought.
But yeah.
If he starts attacking the group, he's going. Especially because dude said, "Kill me if I
Ritsu,
try to hurt you."
Yeah, so Ritsu, I understand what you're saying. I think it's in a bubble. And what we need to do is we need to look at what Ritsu wants to communicate here. If Ritsu wants to give Wei Tao a little more leeway because he's earned it in this fight here, absolutely. But you, Neil, need to remember your character isn't here to make friends with Wei Tao.
Right.
You, the player, are playing on the same table and stuff, but this is an antagonistic character. To validate an antagonistic character, you must be antagonized by their actions and by that's how to acknowledge that. Because if you're playing an antagonistic character and no one gives a shit, like no one's actually responding or reacting to you, and everyone's trying to be your friend, then you're not really acknowledging the stuff that they're contributing to that moment there. So in this particular case, giving a little bit of leeway is much better than surrendering everything and just going to being good friends, So I mean, even that gesture you were saying, like, you can draw your weapon
bit of
when you
leeway,
want.
but if he's out of hand, I will take care of it and make sure he realizes.
Fantastic. I love that. So I think if I'm getting what you're saying correctly here, you want to tell Wei Tao that he can draw his weapon at his discretion, but if he gets out of hand, he needs to, Ritsu, you'll step in.
Yeah. Also to be just a little easy on the humans, but mainly the yokai is the thing where on the humans, because we were talking about him.
Well, this
That
guy
was
was
already
human.
that was already the requirement to begin with, was free reign on the yokai, but when it came to humans, he wasn't supposed to draw his weapon.
Which was also interesting because this guy was human, and Wei Tao wasn't given the orders to draw his weapon. And Ritsu actually held this guy. And Ritsu held this guy down so that
Wei Tao's help in saving the town, and this guy was going to stop my help.
Interesting. I love these. This is like the moral quandaries, moral dilemma, and I can't wait to see what Izumu, Keiko, and Shenzu do with this information, because I feel like there's a dichotomy between the samurai and the non-samurai, which is perfect, because in actual history, that was actually a huge part of it. Is the samurai they lived on an entirely different code to the rest of normal society, and what we would consider to be things normal people would have to deal with and contend with were just out the window for the samurai. So this is very, very cool, and I'm also now really wanting to talk to Lucas about how he knows so much about samurai. Like, how do you know so much about the samurai culture? That's so cool. But for now, however, we have reached time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give you guys a nice little cliffhanger here. What's a nice little cliffhanger? Are you guys heading to go find Ugly Cute soon, or are you guys looking for the peach trees? What are you guys feeling?
I think we decided to go help Isamu with the peach tree thing after we helped Shenzu with the
Yeah, because there was still a bunch of
Yeah. Okay, Peach Tree.
in-town building stuff that we were gonna
What are
do
we doing with the
before.
knocked out guy? Are we just leaving him here?
Oh no,
Uh,
we're dragging his
dragging him to
his
go
ass to
to go-
Granny Who first.
yeah. Okay. So,
Granny
in
Hoodie.
which case, the last card I'm going to play is our Covert Operations card.
Ooh.
I am going to say that somewhere in the forests, as we pan away from this scene, we see a grove of trees that happen to be all these like beautiful peach trees. There is this golden light that seems to shine through the dappled leaves and create this almost artistic array of scintillating colors that line the forest floor here. You hear the sound of laughter blowing in the wind as what looks to be a like a thin strand of golden hair floats down from one of the treetops and lands on the ground. The laughing continues as the silhouette of what looks to be a monkey eating peaches in these trees happens to be the final scene as we pan out for today. All right, and that is where we're going to end today's session.
Heck yeah.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us. We hope you had a great time. I know that I certainly did. There you go. Anyone? While I'm looking at who we can go and raid, you guys got that reference? Yeah.
I mean, I can think of two potential references.
Oh yeah.
One is Momotaro, the boy born from the peach, who had the monkey, the dog, and the bird, or it was just Wukong eating the immortal peaches.
Yep. Yep.
Honestly, you said a monkey and golden hair, and I immediately went to Super Saiyan Great Ape form.
Well, I mean, still technically the right one. But yes. Son Wukong is definitely the inspiration here for our next thing. So Covert Operations will be featured next week as a version of Wukong, not actual Wukong. Will be.
I would hope not actual Wukong.
Because Wukong's actually a god from here as well. Oh, it could be Princess Peach. You're right. It could be Princess Peach. So, there you go.
If it was actual Wukong, the campaign's over. We're done.
Yeah, that's it. Done. All right, guys. But in the meantime, my name is Michael. I'm the Delta Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. And until Friday, when we'll be back for 7 Dooms of Sandpoint, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's free. And as always, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, we are clear.
Yeah. I don't think, even with all the natural 20s in the world, we could burn through 7 layers of immortality. The guy who boxed gods for fun just because he said, yeah, I can do that.
Building now. You watch the Ursine step out of the former building and make his way over here.
Go away.
And
all right.
for the
Cool.
That was so good.
Some cool
Bang the knocker.
Duke in 2 weeks. That's exciting.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what we add into to today's normal sessions. No, you guys did really well. Again,
I will apologize. I did let my frustrations get better of me.
Look, it's fine. It happens. I mean, again, it's one of those things this is one of the things that normally happens when you talk morality and stuff like that. There are a lot of different things, which is why I do want to try and make it so that we are educating on certain cultural things as well as being able to expand upon them. The honor system of the samurai is very particular, and it is not like the Western alignment chart. It has nothing to do with being lawful, and quite the opposite. In fact, there are very tyrannical samurai that give no shits. The law is what I say it is in the moment that I say it's this. The samurai are a whole other thing. Ritsu being compared to a guard is a huge insult, which I know may not have necessarily hit because if you don't know the actual thing, but to be called like just a peasant guard is not being told that you are poor and you can't afford to do shit. It means to be that you are that you don't have a grasp of your own worth as an honorable samurai. You don't have this understanding of it. You are trying to eat bread. You're trying to protect a village. You're trying to do things that peasants do. You are not trying to secure your family lineage. You're not trying to secure you're not trying to earn more reputation for your household, which is what you're duty bound to do as a samurai. You're supposed to live, fight, die, marry, all in the name of your family honor. And if you do anything other than that, it's shame on you, kind of thing. So when he looks at you, he sees you're a peasant. You're your family has no honor because they have a child like you. I can see why they sent you all the way to this backwater bullshit town, because if I lived in the city and you were part of my family, I'd hide you away in the country as well. That's effectively what he said to Ritsu. Yeah, super disrespectful. With Wei Tao, again, in Wei Tao's mind, and this is a good bit, is the execution was honorable. But your executions are your duty. You just heads roll. That's your job. But your honor is not tied to your job. The discarding of the skull and the crushing of the skull was personal. And those personal elements are the bits that he got really pissed off at. Now, the guy is very unaware of how guilty his grandfather was. You know what I mean? 100%, he had no idea. Because you talked to Granny Who. Who was it that talked to him? I feel like it was Izumu and Keiko and stuff who went to Granny Who to talk about the headless guy.
Yeah, I think Ritsu was there as well, I think.
And Ritsu, yeah. So you
'cause
guys,
it was right during or right after June's death.
Yeah, so Wei Tao wasn't there for this little bit, but Wei Tao was there during the actual time period, but Wei Tao didn't care if his grandfather was guilty or not. Wei Tao just kills him because that's what he's been told to do. And that was the problem with Wei Tao, is Wei Tao had no investment in what they were doing. It was very routine, was killing people. Killing people was like having a slice of bread. You didn't give a shit. And that was a problem because you were killing lots and lots of people. The guy who taught you, the grandfather, he was brutal. He basically said, if you cross me or if you do something that I deem criminal, I will have you executed, which was way too much. That was even further than what Wei Tao was doing. So once Granny Who shared that story with the others, you guys kind of understood how bad the headless guy was, and the grandson doesn't know any of that stuff. So you guys did have the proof you needed to turn the grandson around on that particular thing. Now, the reason I let the seppuku thing run through, and I wanted to kind of say, because I think Keiko was the one who said to the guy, the samurai, you should give him a chance to commit seppuku.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to charge after him right then. I thought that was going to be like he has 24 hours.
Oh, no,
so.
he was going to. He was going to, but Wei Tao showed no acknowledgement, no...
I got you. Okay.
And because he's like, well, you're not going to, commit seppuku, you're not going to, you're just, going to, pretend like this shit is a thing, and you're going to throw dishonor at me by saying that I would be dishonorable for attacking you. First of all, he didn't say he was going to attack you. He said you should, go kill yourself. And then you disparaged his honor. He's like, no, you dishonored my grandfather. Now you're dishonoring me. Fuck this. I'm going to, attack. So he was volatile already, but the team up that you guys did with Ritsu, like I said, I knew at the start, once you two started going, it was perfect. And it was a really good idea to get him to restrain this guy and use some of your powers and abilities to try and get that leverage. It's definitely cool to see Izumu sort of coming into the mix of this and helping out. I would like us to put a pin in maybe having either Wei Tao or Ritsu show some appreciation that Izumu came back for you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, Izumu, as he's pointed out multiple times, this is not Izumu's fight. Especially not a personal samurai-based, honor-based vendetta.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Wei Tao's definitely gonna
Yeah, maybe put something in chat and just like again coin that as just something to potentially throw into the mix. Oh, I'm still alive? What the hell? What do you mean I'm still alive? I'm still alive. Okay. Hi everyone. Yeah, I was still alive. But you know what? These are all really, really good things. You know, again, like I said, we want to talk about stuff sometimes. Okay, we're gonna go unlive now. But mwah, love your faces. Okay. I don't know why I keep hitting because I keep hitting the record button. That's why.
Well, you did raid. You did get the raid in, so
I did,
Yeah.
which is good.
You sent most of the people away.
Yeah, that's it. This is the special stuff for the special people. So next week, like I said, I want to show that appreciation for Izumu running through and stuff like that. Shenzu, we're now going to be moving you towards being the town's like makeshift priest and stuff like that. But what I'd love to see is more stuff between you and old Matsuki and Granny Hu potentially, just to kind of integrate yourself in that spiritual position. And Keiko, what I want you to do is we are kind of falling a little bit behind on Ritsu and the bear stuff. So what I'd love for you to be able to do is I want to find a time for you to kind of recommune with nature. This can be with Izumu potentially, or it can be on your own. And I want to like sort of get back into communing with like the nature animal spirits and bringing Ritsu and figuring out what that bear thing is. Honestly, I do want to use the bear as a curse more than anything else, like drive up Ritsu's aggression and stuff like that. Mostly because, and I mean this in a nice way, I don't like Neil leveraging stuff like that just for an advantage every single time. But Neil has proven that he can and does use it from time to time for stuff that's not in favor of the group and stuff that's just story based. So the trust is there. I'm giving that to Neil for the time being in terms of the bear thing, but I do want to look at eventually exercising that spirit and putting it to rest as well. And I want, instead of Shenzu, who has been the spirit stuff, now that you've seen that kind of ritual being done, I want Keiku to be the one to put the animal spirit to rest. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's what I want to gear towards. I don't want to orchestrate it, but I want you to maybe think about it as something for the future. So yeah, there you go. Cool.
All right.
Next week, as long as my flights don't get messed up, I should be good. I'll be on my laptop, so
fantastic.
Quality may be down, but
all right. I love it. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to you in the audience as well, who is still here. And we'll see you guys next week.